Chainsawman. Is it good? Is it bad? Or is it okay? It had animation, bloody and gory scenes, and hot waifus. Also the most action I have ever seen in only 12 episodes. But it also comes with its drawbacks. What the hell? The show starts in a perfect way of showing in a very unique artistic style, with the moving shots from above, and that artistic style is something that is very throughout the whole season. And our main character, Denji, you insecure fuck. Denji, who starts as a bro boy, starts explaining to us his situation. They do it in a very stylistic way by the circumstances he has to live in. As the small Wichita, who is like a fucking chainsaw and devil. And I was constantly like, because there is no logic in this anime. Explain their systems to us, but don't try to find any rules. Denji works for the Yakuza. Because this is my area and your ass is full of bacteria. His father had really high debts, so he works his ass off to pay those debts by killing these demons, which are also a trope. I hate it so much. I just can't see it anymore. Why did I put this thing on? Going forward, he gains his super power in a really weird way, which makes no sense logically. It might make more sense in seasons later. And later in the story, he chops the guy's head off. He has to pay those debts too. No debt to pay anymore. And which at the same time is also the entrance of Makima.
Let me get them digits.
Makima is mysterious, cold, characterless. The show treats every character differently, so you get to know everybody really fast in a good way. Aki is by far my most favorite. I couldn't even connect in the first place. And Denji manages to work for the society to kill people and demons and stuff, right? Yes. So he got everything that he wanted. Like, his dreams are fulfilled in the second episode already, kind of. He lives a good life now and has no overall end goal. No where to drop the ring or finding the palm, except for only banging. And now, in terms of animation, guys, what? The animation quality in the combat scenes, they stand out remarkably, showcasing a commendable level of skill and artistry, of course. And also the execution of the endings are notably well crafted. However, the series is not without occasional shortcomings. There are instances where its implementation appears kind of inconsistent, resulting in occasional irregularities. Did I say it right? Irregularity. Nevertheless, these discrepancies did not detract from the overall viewing experience, with some instances going unnoticed due to the immersive nature of the show. By the way, I used ChatGPT for the animation part.
Buenos días, Poco.
Where, spoiler alert, half of the cast died because they were just having a haram, like they were eating. And later, that big anaconda destroyed Himeno, which was actually a great scene. And that one episode, and like the first bit of the first episode, were like episodes that stand out for me, because the 8th episode was like a 9 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10. And that's really it actually. We get to see a little bit of Makima's superpower, which are seen actually really OP. The last episode with the finale they built up upon, it led to not much. Like, some things happened, but it wasn't like, it was very underwhelming for me. Now that I said so many good things about the show and stuck this, wow, do I think the show is not great, perfect, or a 10 out of 10 anime? Why do I think Chainsawman is okay? First, many of the characters are very shonen-esque and not unique and special. Denji stands out to me because of his impurity and the things he wishes for, but he's still someone that just goes into a fight and doesn't use his brain, right? Which is typically every shonen character ever. You know what I mean, man. And Aki looks like a typical Sasuke, and Kobani is that one shy anime girl with strong powers. I might be judging yet, but we maybe get more deepness later to the characters. Up until here, the dialogues were actually really great. They weren't that weird or anything. The second part, what I really disliked about this anime is the writing. Why is he touching Bobas? Why is she doing it for him? And why are they almost gonna... Bro, 16!
Few inches later.
They have this great entrance into a weird pocket dimension with mirrors, and wait, nothing happens. They drop all the suspense, they build up, everyone goes crazy, and Denji just kills it, and that's how they get out. I think they could have improved this whole scenario by a lot, meaning many things are happening and we don't understand exactly why, which is sometimes also a really good thing, because the show grabs you on your balls out of nowhere and hits them really hard. It surprises you constantly in different ways. And that's like a thing I loved about Attack on Titan, or also The Boys. Characters all kind of feel very anime-like and not like people would actually exist. And I didn't understand at all how Denji won against this katana guy, right? So he won it in the most anime-listic way. But it's maybe good fan service or something. It works. But these 2 points could actually be just my own taste. I mean, it's a cool surprise that his legs can also produce a chainsaw out of nowhere, but come on, dude. I think Attack on Titan did a great job taking its time for merely dialogue episodes for their characters, because they managed to do it in a really good and unique way. Also, without dropping the excitement curve. All in all, I think the anime is not very deeply thought out and connected, because it doesn't need that at all. It works really fine. The mere concept of different fantasies clumping together, these big constructs and devils and fights, or something that is very eye-pleasing. I also think this show does a really good job of shocking its viewers, and I also feel like the show is trying to tell us some messages between the dialogues by matching the anime with the society in real life in Japan or something. Because in the first episode it stood out to me that Denji had no time for anything and had like a huge amount of money which he had to pay, and now he is this human being who has everything what he wanted, is not poor anymore, and it's just himself without like wearing a mask. Yeah, all in all, I'm hyped for it too. All in all, I'm hyped for season 1, 2, 3 and what's ever gonna come next show. And for me, it's a good 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 is good. It's okay. It was a fun experience sometimes, even though sometimes like the story went. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the almost 2K views.